Mr. Happy Living here, and I'm happy to be broadcasting from WITV7 in the beautiful Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina, USA. Hey friends, will you take a moment with me right now and just try to imagine living the unique and distinct life you were put on this planet to live, doing work you love, with people you love, in places you love, and all the while creating something of real value to others. That's what I call a life of significance, and I can tell you it makes a very happy life. And so can my friend Freddy Jackson. He's my guest star today, and he's here to share his unique and distinct journey to his life of significance. Hey, Freddy, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm super excited and just humbled to be here. So thank you.
Right on. Hey, just take a minute or two and tell us what you're doing these days to leave your mark of significance on the world.
Founder and executive director of Love No Ego Foundation, helping people live more from this space. Oh, watch it, this space, than they do that space. Yep. Igniting that human intuition while being aware of those egotistical influences, peer pressures, fears, all the stuff, unfortunate things that come at us and the youth adults, young adults client that we serve. So at the end of the day, we're just helping them be their best selves. I travel and I speak and I also do a little corporate work about ego in the workplace, diversity, equity, inclusion, removing those biases and judgments, helping individuals, man, and teams just perform at an optimal level. That's it.
That's it. That's wonderful. Okay, Freddie, let's have some fun with mathematics and let our friends across the World Wide Web get to know you through the equation of our happy formula. And I think you know it. Although it's really simple, it's very powerful. Capacity plus purpose equals happy. So let's start with capacity. What are your practices for building your personal capacity, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, financial, emotional? In other words, Freddie, what do you do on a regular basis to create all the capacity you need to take really good care of yourself and your loved ones and still have plenty left over to be a giver to others?
Well, to sum it all up, I practice my own personal pillars of spirituality, education, exercise, community. Spirituality, education, exercise, community. I touch a piece of each pillar every day. I try to be mindful of that. And that helps me to develop a routine and more like a ritual that sets me in my foundational walk each day to where, in a nutshell, I'm not easily shaken by the egotistical world. So that's my capacity. That's how I embrace and indulge in my time of being me. What was that second piece?
So that's it. How do you build your capacity so you can handle stuff? Basically, as what you just said, and you're touching it every day. So let's go a next step with capacity. And this is my favorite capacity building concept. It's called Kaizen, a Kaizen state of mind. And it's this beautiful Japanese idea that small incremental improvements add up over time to yield great big results. It's based on mindset, not circumstance. So a Kaizen state of mind is knowing there's always something I can do better tomorrow than I did today. It's optimistic. It creates this gentle, powerful, continuous uplifting of my life day after day after day. So Freddie, how does a Kaizen state of mind and your 4 pillars help you to increase your personal capacity so you can continuously become more day after day, so you can continuously give more day after day?
Well, I think it's important to understand that once you attain a goal, you kind of replace it with another goal. If I get whatever it is, it could be, oh, I want to buy a home. You get the home, you acquire it, and then next thing you know, maybe I need a car. Maybe we need a family car. Maybe I need to spend more time with my parents. That's the human nature in us. You know, a goal, achieve, next goal. So the most important thing, we have to make sure we're enjoying the process and enjoying the journey, because we can easily replace the goal. So for me, it's about, am I happy today, tomorrow? I'm having that capacity, that repeated frequency that I'm trying to and striving to live on. By practicing that. So that's everything, because that's majority of your time. You know, you can spend 364 days like in this process. you attain the goal on 365, guess what? Here comes another process.
Mm-hmm.
So that process is super, super, it's everything. It's the getting up at 4 a.m., it's the 3 a.m., it's the reading every morning, it's the touching the piece of the spirituality, it's the taking time to be alone daily, it's taking time to invest in people. That's everything. And that's what we're naturally designed to do and be as humans.
Yeah. And talk a little bit about, because I think as people are learning, and I know you work with young people, as you build your capacity, whether it's in education and reading, or whether it's financially and buying your house, as you gain capacity, your life gets easier. The next increment actually requires less effort. And it goes on and on and on like that until it looks like you're leading this effortless life, but you're not. You just have all this capacity that you've built up on. So talk about how increased capacity makes the next step that much easier, especially when it's aligned with
Yes.
what's important to you.
Yes. When it's aligned, it's purposeful. It wakes you up easily. There's a lot of people that don't enjoy waking up.
Yeah.
Like think about that. Ugh. You don't enjoy waking up. You hit the alarm clock 28 times, like, ugh, that's no way to wake up.
Right.
So with that being said, that process and that journey over time, it builds an endless amount of positive characteristics, resiliency,
Yeah.
gain confidence.
Yeah.
You start to see the vision come to life. Like all of these intrinsic pieces that are feeding the human spirit, it's just smacking you every day. And people wonder why you don't need an alarm clock to get up, because I'm on this frequency, I'm on this purpose. That capacity has built so many just monumental, like just foundational characteristics within
Yep.
that it seems like a cakewalk,
Yeah.
But it's a wonderful journey, and you have to make sure you are enjoying it, and you have to make sure you have a purpose, because it will wake you up.
Yeah, and I think that's our next segment here is purpose. And you just taught everybody out there how to know if they've found their purpose. If you're not jacked up to get up, you haven't found it yet. So you got to keep looking.
Mm-hmm.
And so the second element of the happy formula, purpose, is I've observed that major life transformations and the discovery, when someone finally discovers their purpose, often comes from devastation. Disease, addictions, death, disaster, something awful happens and it strips a life to its core, and they emerge out of that into this new purpose of theirs. But in my second book, I wrote about how a transformational process I use to discover my purpose through inspiration. So how about you, Freddie? Was there a specific moment or a crisis or an inspiration that revealed to you the purpose you were meant to live?
Yes. Let me try to sum this up by maybe choosing two of them, because I have plenty. like seriously. A lot of my friends, I lost a cousin. He used to come and visit me every summer. He's from Baltimore. He used to come visit me every summer. And he had a whole different lifestyle from me. I was in sports, he was in the streets. I was in sports, he was in the street. And one summer he got killed. He didn't make it down to spend the summer with us. Mm. And my mom used to always have these great conversations with him.
Freddie, how old were you guys?
We were 12, preteens.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just, from that point on, every summer, he wasn't coming. So that was a reminder for me. Mm-hmm. And having these conversations with my mom just kind of helped me, like, just trust and stick to what I feel is good and make right decisions. I don't want to die, of course, at 12. So, that was one. And later on in life, I lost a lot of friends, jail, death. But then just to kind of skip to another whole category, relationships and competition. I was a very competitive kid. I have one sibling. He's 10 years older than me. So I didn't win at anything unless he allowed me to, right? And as a younger sibling, all you want to do is beat your big brother, right? Mm-hmm. That's it. Like, you accomplished the world, you beat your big brother in the game. Mm-hmm. That's it. So I never won at anything. But I grew 6 inches over the summer. Next thing you know, the skill, the physicality piece is caught up with the skill, and I was dominating everybody. But I took that competition piece and I put it across all areas of life, and it was like all or nothing in everything: relationships, money, sports. It was all out, and if you weren't all out and all in with me, I just couldn't deal with you. So I destroyed a lot of things in that process, and mostly relationships. And one of the relationships I destroyed, not destroyed, but really negatively impacted, was my relationship with my now wife, my girlfriend at the time. And we went through some things, man. Miscarriages, I'm out, infidelity, boyfriend, girlfriend stuff. But it was still important to me, you know? And it hit me really hard. And I started to see where I got that from. My dad was a nightclub manager. My mom was in the church. I called it the best of both worlds at that time. And I just saw where it all came from, you know? At that point, 3 years into our relationship. Now we're 10 years in, 3 years married, you know? So luckily, I was able to be in a situation where I could see where that egotistical crap was coming from. So now I have the best relationship. I'm doing purposeful work, you know, but all the answers, I would say this, all the answers are right here.
So let me ask you, I think in my research that you were doing physical therapy at some point, and then you went into this business, or what was the change that led you to stop doing what you were doing to pursue your financial career and to launch Love No Ego? What was that catalyst?
So it was a combination of me going through the relationship, the way we treat each other as humans. You see it every day on the news, political climate of the country. Ego is always out front in all the industries that I was in: sports, fitness and wellness, former music artist, Hollywood, lived in LA. Ego, 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 ego. And that's what we're teaching.
100%.
So all that just kind of hit me at once. And I'm like, this is ridiculous, man. This is like so backwards.
Yeah.
So we needed more love, less ego. Love, no ego. Boom. I have a background working with youth and young adults. I worked with at-risk youth in Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, California, Richmond, Virginia. It just all came like, ooh, do it for the kids. Boom, do this, do that. Next thing you know, Love No Ego Foundation formed 2016. We're going on our 7th year.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's how it happens, folks. Your life just kind of rolls along, and you're gathering these pieces, and then all of a sudden, all those pieces you understood it. Nobody else would have.
This is the thing. This is the thing I think is very, very important. I trust people will pick this piece out. You have to have the courage to listen to what love is telling you to do.
Yep.
It does not lie to you. You have an intuition, you have a spirit, like it's connected.
Yeah.
If you have the courage to do it, like I might be in a horrible relationship, it's not good for me. And love's telling me to leave. Love's telling me to go over here. But I say, ooh, I really like this person. Yeah. They cook me fried potatoes in the morning and eggs and bacon. But they might spank my butt in the evening. So it's not good for me, right? But I stay. Yeah. And I delay my happiness. I delay it. So we got to have that courage to listen to what love is telling us to do, because it won't lie to you, bro.
Yep. And discernment between what's coming from the ego and what's coming from the heart. And go towards the heart, because the heart knows where your happiness is.
Heart's the boss, mind's the employee.
The choir and the choir, preaching both back and forth, all the same choiry stuff. Freddie, let's take a break and let our sponsor spread a little love with our listeners.
Awesome.
Mr. Happy Living here. I love good things made by good people. That's why I love Dry Farm wines. They've transformed my drinking experience with sugar-free, lower alcohol, lab-tested natural wine. It's only grown on small family farms with respect for nature and using regenerative agriculture. You can literally taste the difference. It's naturally delicious. And it's super important because the quality of the food we eat and the wine we drink makes up the quality of our life. Go to happyliving.com, select Partners in Happy, and get your first bottle of natural wine for 1 penny. Share the gift of natural wine and pour some love this holiday season. And we're back, and this is the Something Significant show, and I'm your happy host, Matt Gersper. And my special guest star today is Freddy Jackson. He's the founder of the Love No Ego Foundation. His philosophy of love over ego serves as a foundational principle for his work helping young people cultivate the human spirit within themselves to create the greatness they want from their lives while they're on this planet. Oh, I do love that, Freddy. And I also love this article called The Science Behind the Power of Giving. I found it on lifescience.com, and it says, the act of giving itself can be a gateway to discovering your reason for being on this planet. It tells us how science supports the notion that giving of one's time and talents and treasure is a powerful pathway to discovering purpose and transcending difficulties and finding fulfillment and meaning in life. So I updated the formula. Capacity plus purpose plus giving equals really happy. So what do you think, Freddy? From your own experience, have you found that giving your time and your talents and your treasure has been a pathway for discovering your purpose and for transcending difficulties that you've faced and for bringing real meaning into your life?
100%. 100%. You can be blessed and given these talents, but it's not for you to keep. Not for you to hold on and keep it. It's given to you for you to give away, where you can help and serve and do what we're naturally designed to do.
Right.
I don't know what other way to put that. And through those actions of giving, yeah, you discover because you're like uplifting and inspiring this person. You're helping that person. You're seeing them grow. Mm-hmm. It's helping you grow. Mm-hmm. You still learn. And I mean, there's no other way to put it. You can't keep it to yourself. You just can't. It's like there's a story of this man who was chasing this beautiful, beautiful butterfly. Beautiful butterfly was coming by him, dude. And he went to chase it. He had to jump over a fence. He ran through this beautiful garden, just demolished the flowers, demolished the garden. And he grabbed the butterfly, grabbed it so hard that he squished it and killed it. And he destroyed a lot of things trying to get this beautiful piece and trying to keep it for himself. So it's meant to be given away. Yeah. Give it away. Give it away.
That's it. And that's the science agrees as well. And I couldn't agree more with it. I love that wonderful feeling that you're describing that comes from the fourth element of significance, doing work that creates value for others. Like you, I know from experience, the magic of life comes not from getting more, but from giving more. But there's something more to it than that. It's not just the magic or the giving that's magical, Freddy. What I've been exploring and learning and experiencing too, it's when you're giving from living in your purpose. That's where you find the real magic. So tell us, Freddy, how does it make you feel when you're happily living your life and giving to others through the work you were put on this planet to do, and the people around you have taken notice? Freddy, I want you to sit back, open your heart, and just listen to the impact you're making on others by living and giving from the life you were meant to live. I don't know Freddy that well. I met him on a flight many years ago. I thought it was very cool how I could just meet somebody on an airplane and be inspired by them. Freddy is married to one of my longtime friends. I grew up with Emily. He brings her so much happiness and joy. He loves her for who she is. He is a wonderful, full-hearted individual who cares and is extremely knowledgeable and gifted and smart. He always strives to be a positive role model and works hard to be the best person he can be for himself, his family, and his community. Freddy has an incredible relationship with his higher power, and has an appreciation for our daily blessings of love and nature. He is an incredible soul. You'll never meet a nicer human being. His smiling energy is profound. He loves to laugh, and he's funny too. Wow, Matt, what an awesome guest you're going to have on your show. An inspiration, always smiling, always motivating, an uplifting spirit, authentic, outgoing, genuine, fun, driven, generous, kind, patient. Freddy is energetic, passionate, strong, and has great leadership qualities. The way he connects with everyone is amazing. He doesn't just talk about philosophies, he embodies them. He's a one-of-a-kind person. This one says, so let's talk his name, Love No Ego. I mean, right there, he's nailed it. Freddy Jackson is a breath of fresh air to those who need and desire a different lens to see through. The most consistently positive person I've ever known. He believes and lives that love will unite us and overcome all. We definitely need more people like him in this world. I wish I had someone like Freddy when I was growing up. Freddy Jackson truly is an all love, no ego type of guy. He really enjoys what he does, and that's spreading love to everyone he encounters. And finally, if you can handle one more, he has the biggest heart and is the most selfless man I've ever met. I don't think he's ever come in contact with a person whose life he didn't touch in some way, shape, or form, including myself. So, wow, Freddy, how does all that make you feel?
Whoa. It makes me feel that I'm doing what, love wants me to do. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like that's what we all are here to do and be. And I'm the type of person that I don't want anything of love and of purpose to be blocked. For me or for anybody else. So with that practice, it helps me set still. It helps me listen. It helps me just be in moments, and it enables me to connect. So that's something, man. It's funny, like listening to all that, and just you stay in purpose. You just be in the journey, and then when you hear all of that, it's like, I'm grateful. I'm just grateful that I'm in this position, and I'm listening.
Yeah.
And I want to encourage them to listen, because all the answers are, you just wait upon yourself. That's what we're waiting on. You wait, but on yourself. And if you are alive, you're here. You take some time to be present, being, ing, human being. It's in our DNA. It's in our definition to be. The answers will come to you.
Yeah. And what I've been really learning here is, when I started this, I was looking for comments from your customers, the people that you serve, and those were good. But what I've stumbled and am learning, when you are living in your spirit, you're impacting everyone around you, whether you serve them or not. Exactly. And that's what you just heard. Some of those were people that you directly helped. Others were just someone you met on an airplane, and it made an impact. And that's it, folks. That's the magic. It's this great, big, happy circle. Giving your time and talents and treasures is a powerful pathway for discovering your purpose. And then when you're giving from living in your purpose, that brings a profound joy to your life and to the life of those around you too. So giving leads to purpose, and giving from purpose leads to joy. And so to more properly reflect the exponential power of the happy formula, I'm going to tweak it just a little bit more, Freddy. See if this sounds right. Capacity times purpose times giving equals happy to the third power. And that's really, truly, deeply happy. Does that sound about right to you?
Whew. That sounds exactly right. That sounds as in alignment as you can be with what we're supposed to be doing here on this earth. We're here for a while. Yeah. And we should definitely make it count.
Yeah.
And if we're not doing what we're naturally designed to do and be?
Yeah.
We have to take a look at that and see what we're doing here.
That's the magic, folks. If you're not feeling it, if you're not excited to get up in the morning, you haven't found your purpose yet.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, good stuff. So let's wrap things up with the lightning round. I love the power of words and the capacity of great quotes to change lives. So I'm going to read a few of my favorites, and then you tell us what they mean to you. First thing that comes to mind, because it's called a lightning round. And I've been waiting to say this. Are you ready, Freddie?
Yeah. Freddie's ready.
From Lao Tzu, love is the fruit of sacrifice. Wealth is the fruit of generosity.
Truth.
From Rumi, if you put your heart against the earth with me, in serving every creature, our beloved will enter you from our sacred realm, and we will be so happy.
Alignment. Stay in alignment. We are real. We are alive. Everything else that's alive, real, and natural is a part of this. We are a part of it. Respect it, nurture it. Alignment.
Beautiful. From the inspiring Freddy Jackson himself, let's not allow the ego to come in and destroy any and everything that we are naturally and humanly designed to be and do here on this earth.
Truth. What else matters? Can you think of something else that matters?
No.
The resources of the world will show up once you get this space correct. Once you practice, once you decide, all you have to do is decide.
Yeah.
The energy starts right away after the decision. And patience and trust, love. Phenomenal.
100%. From 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 6 and 7. He who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly. And he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. So let each one give as he purposes in his heart, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loves a cheerful giver.
Mm-hmm. I think about frequency and energy, and you have a choice. You have a decision to be on this energy, to be on this energy, to be on this energy, because what you give is what you're kind of getting. How can you not if you're operating from this space? You know, if you go down that way and hang out with that group, you're going to circulate in that energy. So yeah, I mean, I just think of truth, and I just think of love. I just think of being. I just think of gratefulness that I get to do this.
Yeah. So, and you mentioned there, as you move towards positive energy, you get more positive energy back. So it's kind of like with capacity. The more you build your capacity, the easier things get. The more you move towards positive energy for you, and it might look different for you and me, but when I find mine and I move towards it, life gets easier. Mm-hmm. Better and happier and funner and more impactful in the whole shooting match.
Happier, all of it. Resources, connections, people, it all comes.
Yeah. From Jack London, and you said something earlier that reminded me of this one. I would rather be a superb meteor, every atom of me in magnificent glow, than a sleepy and permanent planet.
Yeah, you have to stay woke. They say stay woke. And stay woke is no more than just being aware and being conscious and practicing. You don't have to be perfect. You have to decide, and you have to practice, and you have to always be willing to go in love's direction, and the rest will happen.
Very good.
What happened?
Show anchor from Goth. Whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now.
Why not spend the rest of your life doing what you love to do?
Bam. Okay, folks, it's your turn to be a giver too now. If you can hear my voice and you were inspired by today's show with Freddy Jackson, please share some love with our wonderful broadcast team by giving what you can to WITV7. They're a 501c3 charity on a mission to educate, empower, and encourage They do good works with your kindness. Freddie, I love your 4 pillars of spirituality, exercise, education, and community, and how you ignite people's intuition and bring awareness to the limiting and damaging nature of the ego. And I admire your mission to help young people overcome challenges and live on purpose with purpose by getting them past their fears and daily pressures and that hold them back, hold them in place, and developing a solid foundation within themselves that can withstand the negative assaults coming from the egotistical outside world. I love that too, Freddie. And I'm super happy that you've shared your powerful message of love and life on our show today. Would you take a minute or two and share any parting remarks you'd like to leave with our audience?
Check us out. Just Google Love No Ego Foundation, www.lovenoego.org. Ways to get involved, ways to support, ways to partner. Drop me a message, say hello. Maybe I can be of some service to anybody that's out there. Do virtual sessions as far as coaching and mentoring. Let's just be human. Let's just be human and connect. At least if we connect, we're on each other's radar. And the blessing and the gift always comes back around full circle. So let's connect and be our best selves and do what we're designed to do here.
Wonderful. Thank you, Freddie.
Thank you.
And I also want to thank WITV7 for hosting and promoting our show so we can keep interviewing inspiring guests like Freddy Jackson and reaching folks just like you, ready to create your own extraordinary lives. And most especially, thank you, viewers and listeners. You'll find links to websites and social media and all things Freddy Jackson. Find him, friend him, as he said, buy his book, Love No Ego, or even order a signed copy, and shop for his cool merch and gear too. It's all available at lovenoego.org. All one word, lovenoego.org. That's lovenoego.org. From me to you, dear friends, I love you, and I want you to be really, truly, deeply happy too. And so I want you to go to happyliving.com and take our happy quiz. Because when you measure your happy, you'll focus attention on it. And focusing attention on it inspires change and learning and improvement to flow right into your life. And once you take the quiz, and it only takes a minute, right, Freddie? It only takes a minute. Mm-hmm. Then I hope you'll give some thought about what we can do together. Yes, you and me, give some thought about what we can do together right now to improve the happy of your world, one person at a time. Till next time, I'm Matt Gersper. You are awesome. And this is the Something Significant Show. And we're out.